see if my speaker's off. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to get on here real quick and talk about the Gettysburg Address because we learned it in school, and I feel like it's a good, it's very good poem that everybody should continue to read and know about. Following, I want to talk about the Afghanistan leave, and I want to say this as quickly as I can. I also want to make sure that these things never happen again. So we're going to move on to being proper. So the Gettysburg Address is Abraham Lincoln, and he's my favorite president. For 4 score and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met we are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to just dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. Well, I think it's said proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dictate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hollow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract the world will little know nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what we they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobody advanced. It is rather for us to be the dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from those honored dead we take in increased devotion to the cause for which they gave their last full measures of devotion, that here highly resolved that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth. The more we sweat in peace, the less bleed in war. So we are born in liberty. I write 40 years ago. The only proposition 42 years ago, alignment, um, created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil testing with wealth and nation. So conceived any nation dedicated. And so, um, how come um, how come I can pray for something and or talk about it and then I automatically be heard? I will tell you the secret later, but just know that it's a gift um, from God. I don't often say that, but um, I ain't trying to be that like that one, but just know that He answers, even though it's like me, and I ain't perfect. So I'm lucky to be so blessed because of the critics keeping my name in conversation and talking bad when they do. Because then they ask, who am I? And so if you were to ask me, I'd be like, oh, I'd sound like that's a pretty person or whatever. Like I really don't have much to say about people unless I'm mad at them or whatever. We're not on good terms. Then we're not on good terms. But I've already fought enough battles here, and it's when the Afghanistan leave happened, that day I seen Joe Biden. He was I've already seen that they've changed the story, so it's not relevant to even say that what I seen something that I didn't need to see, right? And so going forward, I just like got on the church channels and I just called him and I said, you know what, tell them to end the war now, tell them to stop. So then I got on Twitter and I said, get off the dirt, get off the dirt. We're gonna do this march on territory now, and you don't go and step on somebody else's dirt and do that. So a lot of things have been changed on the Twitter thingies. I have my backup though. We're getting close to the 5 years, and that's the reason why I want to bring it up right now, because after that, the stock market's gonna change, and it's gonna go from here to Florida. There's only two people that have this control. I can like cash out right now. I can literally negotiate it and pull out now. We can just do it now. It's change the whole thing again. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. A lot of things that have been happening, they're out the blue. So a long time, like around 2013, God had a moment. I had a moment with God, and He told me that I was gonna do something big one day, something nobody's ever did. Many have tried, but none have ever been able to do it. No one have ever been able to take it to the area that I was. But it's not only me, it's you too. So everybody's in this world is in on it. And going more further into this, the Bible comes up to our presence again, and this time it's digital because I go and I buy sand and dirt, and then I buy him the book of books.agency. So that way nobody's over here trying to change the story later. I want to be firm on it now. I don't want anybody to be going against the 10 Commandments at all. It's not something that I made up. It's something that God sent. And when the Bible part came up, that was just it was a plus. Like I didn't even know what to do with it. I didn't even want to, it was blank. So going forward, that was purchased in 2021. The 12 days that they were leaving Afghanistan, bought sand and dirt, and I had, so that message went out like, we just bought sand and dirt, get off the dirt, we're gonna do this thing on territory. And so the threads, because I want to keep it proper and I just don't know how to say it like nice, or I don't know how I probably offended a lot of people, and I'm sorry. That's the only reason why I'm okay with the privacy issues or whatever you guys are doing now. But on the 16th, that will change the privacy policies and stuff, because it's not that same one right now. We're gonna go with yours, and then once we're all like in this truth part, I want it to be a little bit more open about how we're going to be doing these spending, because we're not going to allow the process to continue to take from us. This ground is not to make us suffer, and we're here to succeed and be professional about it. That's the only reason why right now I'm allowing it to stay as it is. But the currency will be already in 5 years on the 16th of August. And so will the ETH coin and Bitcoin and everything else that I tethered along the way. It's very important that nothing is stolen or saying that I gave it to them, because it's not that. It's not that anymore. At this point, we're all going to be, it's going to continue the way it is now due to the fact that I had a bad language. I feel like everybody should be worth that value of a token, a Bitcoin. And then, like, every time you're doing these bad languages or fighting or causing things, and that's how you lose your value. That way we can work towards more a perfect people and more proper and professional, because we're aiming that. So this world might not remember us or whatever our past, but the way it's the way that it's going to continue, it's going to always be a little bit harder. And we want to keep it like that. We want to keep it proper. We want to keep it good. We want it not to be scared, because a long time ago, um, if we would have went out and said, like, oh, I just found out this major organized crime happened or whatever, you wouldn't have made it. Probably, you probably would have went to jail. And these times was different. Everything went through. Nothing stopped that, right? These things are not just they're not just that somebody's saying that. I'm not just saying that. It's something that really God did. And so that way, you guys, whenever you guys do tell the story, I want it to remain proper and professional. I knew that you guys were going to be, when I did send threats or whatever, I knew that you guys would have been able to stop that. That's why I was confident in you, but also to you guys know how I am. So that's why I already knew you guys were going to stop that too. So thank you. If anything, we don't have to talk about that. You have your guys' careers now. And, God gave me a mission in life. And so, I hope that you guys can forgive that. Um, Going forward, I don't ever want to let that kind of talk happen again. So if you guys can, like, put some boundaries on that, that would be great. Because together we're gonna make it more to where it's like where we're from. And so that hardcore needs to stay. And you guys need to continue being you and be professionals in all that you do. No, other than that, like, I'm grateful that I know everybody that I know. Um, because if it wasn't for you guys, then I don't know what it would have come of this, like. So thank you. In other words, like, we were all in the positions that we needed to be in order for us to get it to where it is now. So on the 16th will be the 5 years and of that call out. And so going forward, we need to start talking about other things, like where we're going to be at. Like, the whole thing got, how do you say, like, it's wiped out, like it erased everything. The game changed. 5 years already. It's going to be, I don't know what's going to happen on the stocks that day, if it's going to end up here or in where is that, Florida. The stocks are very important because they're the sand and the dirt. They're part of the Bible that was being built. Dedicating the New America's Now part, it's also part of the Bible. Bible has changed already to few revolutions that have passed, and everything's in context now. We want to be real professional about things. We don't want to see anything that past had to continue, but also know that you guys don't have to be scared to use your voice anymore, because before you would have got arrested, you would have got probably, I don't know, killed or whatever, but not no more. This ground is great because you're in it. We're not gonna be the only thing that I'm asking is that we continue the 10 Catholic commandments, follow those, and you should be good for life. Whenever we welcome any refugees or anybody else, asylum seekers, make sure that they know that that's the only thing that we ask is follow the 10 Commandments. Don't ever go and just misrepresent yourself, because I can't represent something like that. Like, whenever you're taking a man that's married or a woman that's married, that for me is like disrespectful to my eyes. So I just want to be firm on that. I expect better. Um, it's just it's part of who we are, and we can't allow the past the to ever continue. That oh my gosh, so many battles. It was great, but we're it wasn't like, I mean, we're still alive right now, and we can fix that, by talking about things. And it's better to talk about things rather than fight, because then you get to let it out, figure out where the problem came from, and then don't be so quick to fight, because it's like it's hurtful. And then we want to try not to have that that bad talk. We want to continue to like achieve more and be as perfect as the Constitution is and how God is. He came to our knowing in 2023. Um, I can't understand it anything, but when he came, I knew it was him. And if you guys want to know about the quickness, the 10 years tops, they say tops a lot. Um, these are like really from God, so that way you can know. So like in 2013, the gangsters they came to a peace process, right? So everything happened in 2013, 2014. These are good numbers. These numbers 13, 14. Then you have a 15, that'll be like that. Boom. And then you go work forward towards 2026, starting anew. And so 2023 was a 10 years tops frame that God had confirmed to me that all would be completed. The peace process happened. Yeah. The carry till 2014. You guys did good. 2015. Continue to follow and obey all laws now. Um, don't be so weak-minded to kill. He put everybody in a cage by them all together. The red and the blue, because if they wanted to fight forever, that's where they were gonna be at, forever. Now what they're doing is like they're aiming for not letting anybody out anymore, and I'm with that. Like, well, why wouldn't I? If somebody's gonna be out there making trouble, it's unacceptable. Now that I'm able to talk about this, you guys are able to hear it and know. Try to walk that fine line in everything that you do, because it's really him. And I don't know how else to say it. Um, uh, there's more to it. I would rather keep some things in the mystery of the church, though. Um, I guess that's it. And I wanted to extend my apologies to anybody that I've offended. At the time, I was mad. It was probably an automatic reaction just from the way I heard the government talking, I guess. And when I come to terms that now that I'm older, the way I was speaking, I wouldn't reward that. I wouldn't reward that. And it's okay to be strong, but we expect better and professional. So that's where I'm at. And if I see or hear anybody having fits about these things, then I'm probably going to get mad again. I don't want to be mad. So just accept that, move forward, and just appreciate life more. Like you guys can be working right now, since we're getting to the 5 years, you guys could be working on retirement plans. And because some of you guys are not going to be there anymore, probably in August. So that'll be all. And a lot of you guys can retire now and let us take over from there. And we're all ready, and that'll be it. Like I think you guys only have a certain time frame as well. So I'll end with that, and let's continue to see whatever the day brings. I hope you guys can accept my apology and know how serious I am. And I have trouble sometimes just venting like that. So right now felt like a perfect time, and I hope you guys can forgive that and understand that I don't know, like either I'm a peace process here or something, but it has to be that we're all professional now, proper. and we aim that. So I hope that you guys can understand that and accept that. There's no more room for hate. There's no room for prejudice. And even though I can use every excuse that I want, I'm not gonna do that. Everybody deserves a chance in life, and even those that I'm not good with, everybody deserves a chance in life. So there's nothing that I can say about that. That's between you and God, and that's it. Like, it takes a lot to even do that. So understand that, and that's where I'm at. And I didn't do this for the money. Everything is paid in full. I believe it's already been confirmed that too. So that way you guys can know. And I was listening to a thing earlier, and he had predicted this stuff 6 years ago. Um, Probably the time that we're like, everything that he says is true. When you guys hear his voice, you know it's him. And whatever your heart says, follow it. That's it. Like, I don't really want to be like, oh yeah, that's him or that's him. So you guys already know. Yeah, I met him through a dream, and I didn't know he was gonna come show himself to you guys. And the day that he came, it came on the perfect day. He came on April Fool's Day, to be honest with you, and I loved it. Like, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. It came on the perfect day too. Like, oh my gosh, I bet you they're gonna like try to like do something to him, man. Like, he just came out and he started going straight to work. So like, he's real, and we're pretty powerful together, like, even from a distance. So just know that, and I love him like God, like, who wouldn't? And so you guys need to keep the faith and believe, because he's real. Um, that's it. Like, I don't know what else to say. He's not an only son, and so yeah. Um, Pretty much, let's see what the next days bring, and I just wanted to let that out. Make sure that nobody's coveting and saying the same story. Um, because if it's not meant for you, it's not, and that's not something that I got to choose either. So if he chooses to go further with it, it's his choice. If he doesn't, it's done. I'm done. My mission's done, and that's where we're at. It can't repeat, and that's it. So we'll leave off here, and that'll be all.